Hi, good morning. Under GST, today we are going to discuss the concept input service distributor. Who is input service distributor? Input service distributor means he is having a credit of GST in his books. Then he is passing such credit to his recipient units. For example, Reliance Finance Limited is there. The company is located in Bombay. They have business units in all over India. They have business unit in Chennai, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra, Delhi, Bombay, all states they have offices. For that purpose, they have given an advertisement in Hindu, in all editions of the Hindu newspaper. That is, in all states, they have to give that advertisement. For that purpose, Hindu paper is charging 1 crore as their cost and GST of 18%. Reliance Finance Limited is paid 1 crore 18 lakhs to the Hindu paper. That means 1 crore as the cost and 18 lakhs as GST. That means Reliance Finance Limited has a GST credit of 18 lakhs. That credit shall be used by whom? The credit shall be used by all the units of Reliance Finance. Not only Mumbai unit, it can be used by Telangana unit, Andhra Pradesh unit, Chennai unit, Karnataka unit, Delhi unit, Mumbai. All these units, the credit can be used. Then, but the bill is given by Reliance Hindu paper to the Reliance Finance Limited located in Mumbai. Then, such a credit is distributed by the Reliance Finance to their business units. Understand? The 18 lakhs of credit shall be distributed by the Reliance Finance Limited to their business units located in different states. So for that purpose, they have to obtain separate registration as an input service distributor. Even the Reliance Finance Limited is separately registered as a taxpayer. For the purpose of distributing such credit, he shall be registered separately as an input service distributor. Understand? First I can read and I can discuss again and again. Not a problem. Input service distributor means an office of the supplier of goods or services or both which receive the tax invoice issued under section 31 for the purpose of distributing the credit of central tax, state tax, integrated tax, union territory tax paid on the such services to the supplier of taxable goods or services or both having same permanent account number. That means Reliance Finance is having one permanent account number. Under one permanent account number, they have different business units. Telangana, Andhra, what is that one? Kerala, then Karnataka, Delhi, Bombay. They have different business unit under one PAN account number. Under one permanent account number, they already has the credit in their books. Their credit has to distribute to the recipient units. For that purpose, the Reliance Finance Company has to be registered separately input service distributor in addition to the regular taxpayer. Then second one, it is important to note that IST is the only for distribution credit on common invoices pertaining to inputs and goods and for goods including the capital goods. That means IST is not supplying any taxable supply of goods or supply. IST is not supplying any goods or services. IST is only distributing the credit for inputs and capital goods and input services. They are only receiving the services. They are only passing such credit to the recipient unit. They are not making any taxable supply of goods or services. As a regular taxable person, he can supply. But as a IST, you cannot supply goods or services. You can only receive the goods and services. For such goods or services, you have some GST credit. For the purpose of distributing such credit, the IST registration shall be taken. Okay. Then, third para. Companies have head office at one place and business unit at another place registered separately. The head office of procuring services which are common to all unit. In such case, a tax credit on such services shall be distributed to the business units. That means one company is having head office at Bombay and they have regional units in different states. In such a case, they have received common services which are common to all. They have received services which are common to all units. They have paid such services. For that, credit is given to the head office only. Such credit is distributed by the head office to the respective business units. Understand? Okay. Then next one, an IST is compulsory required to obtain a separate registration as an IST even though it is registered. That I already discussed. Even if the unit is registered also, for the purpose of distributing the credit, it shall be separately registered as an input service distributor. Then next, threshold limit is not applicable for ISD registration. That is, in case of registration under section 22 or 24, some threshold limits are there, but threshold limits are not applicable for ISD registration because we are not supplying any goods. That's why threshold limit is not applicable. We are only distributing our credit, so threshold limit is not applicable for ISD distributor. Next. Then procedure of distribution of credit, because IST is already having a credit, how to distribute such credit we are going to discuss. The IST shall distribute the credit by way of issuing IST invoice containing the particulars as may be prescribed but not exceeding credit available in his account. That means if the IST have a credit of 18 lakhs, so that much amount has to pass to recipient also. He should not issue more than 18 lakhs. He is having a credit of 18 lakhs. Up to 18 lakhs he can pass credit to the recipient units, or less than 18 lakhs also not a problem. But more than 18 lakhs then he cannot pass. Example, he is having a credit of 18 lakhs. He cannot pass 20 lakhs. He cannot pass 19 lakhs. He can pass only up to 18 lakhs, or less than 18 lakhs also he can pass to his recipient units. Both ineligible eligible credit shall be distributed separately. That means if he is having any eligible credit, that can also pass it by the IST to the recipient unit. If he is having any ineligible credit also, that can be separately distributed to the recipient units by the head office. And suppose he is having a credit of CGST, SGST, UTGST, IGST, that credit shall be separately passed. Suppose if he is having a CGST credit of 3 lakhs, he has to pass only CGST credit. He is having SGST credit, he has to pass SGST credit. If he is having UTGST credit, the head office has to pass UTGST credit. Separately he has to pass. Then input credit shall be distributed to the business units who have used such service. For example, Hyderabad head office is located in Bombay. They have one unit at Calcutta, they have one unit at Hyderabad. Actually, the services are, they have received the services. Head office has received the services which are relating to Calcutta head office only. Therefore, the credit shall be passed to the Calcutta unit only. I can repeat again. Head office is located in Bombay. One branch is located in Calcutta, one branch is located in Telangana. In such a case, any services received by the head office which is relating to Kolkata, such credit shall be passed to the Kolkata only. He shall not pass such credit to the Telangana unit. Understand? Okay. The credit shall be distributed among such recipient, and such distribution shall be prorate on the basis of turnover in a state of or turnover in a union territory of such recipient during the relevant period. That means if the credit is, the head office is having a credit of GST, such credit shall be passed to the recipient units. If he is receiving any service which are common to all units, the credit shall be passed to recipient unit by the head office on some suitable basis. The basis may be on turnover basis. Understand? The head office is receiving services which are common to all units, then the credit shall be passed to all units on some suitable basis, that is maybe on turnover basis during a relevant period. Understand? Then if IST and recipient in the same state, manner of passing the credit. If ISD and recipient unit is in same state, CGST credit shall be passed to the as a CGST credit. SGST credit shall be passed as the SGST credit, and IGST credit also shall be passed as a SGST credit. That means IST and recipient are same state, they can pass the same credit as it is. CGST as CGST, SGST as SGST, IGST credit as SGST. But if the IST, input service distributor, and the recipient unit are in different states, because the head office is located in Bombay and branch is located in Kolkata, then in such a case, the distribution of credit shall not be the same. That means CGST credit shall be any credit shall be passed as a IGST. Head office is received CGST credit, that shall be passed to the recipient as a IGST. Head office, if head office is received SGST credit, SGST credit shall be passed as a IGST credit. If head office is received IGST credit, the IGST credit shall be passed as IGST credit. That means if the recipient unit and IGST in different states, any credit shall be passed as IGST. If recipient unit or IGST is in same state, then the CGST credit shall be passed as CGST, SGST credit shall be passed as SGST, IGST credit shall be passed as IGST. Then next one. Invoice details relating to input service distributor by input service distributor to the recipient. Because what document they are sending, they are passing the credit, head office is passing the credit to the recipient unit. On what basis? Some document should be there. The document is called IGST invoice. That means by passing the credit, IGST input service distributor is using a document called IGST invoice. By IGST invoice, through IGST invoice, the credit is passing. What is the details of IGST invoice? Almost all the details we have discussed in invoice, the same contents are in IGST invoice. Then what is that one? Name, address, and the name, address, GST number of the IGST, a consecutive serial number not exceeding 16 characters, and date of issue, name, address, and GST number of the recipient. Why recipient? Because we are passing the credit to the recipient, GST and number of the recipient is required, to whom the credit is passed. The amount of credit so distributed, how much credit is distributing, signature or digital signature of the input service distributor or his representative. That much only. What is the contents of the input service distributor invoice? Name and address and GST and number of the supplier, date of issue, consecutive serial number, name and address and GST number of the recipient, and amount of the credit so distributed, signature, digital signature of the IGST or his authorized representative. That much only IGST. What is we have discussed? For the purpose of distributing the credit, separate registration is required as against the distributor, input service distributor. Even though the person is already registered also, for the purpose of distribution the credit, he has to obtain separate registration as an input service distributor. He shall not pass more than the credit he is available. Then if the recipient and IGST is in the same state, SGST credit shall be passed as SGST, CGST credit shall be passed as CGST, IGST credit shall be passed as IGST. If the IGST and the recipient unit are different states, then all credit shall be passed as IGST. CGST, IGST, SGST shall be distributed as a IGST. What are the contents of IGST invoice? Because for the purpose of distributing the credit, he has to issue one invoice. The invoice is called IGST invoice. What details are mentioned? The details are mentioned: name, address, and GST number of IGST, consecutive serial number not exceeding 16 character, date of issue, name, address, GST number of the recipient, amount to so distributor, signature or digital signature of input service distributor or his authorized representative. This is about input service distributor. There ends the chapter. Thank you. I think you enjoyed the chapter.